Today, we're going to talk about the Fair Housing Act and how it applies to real estate and some of the things that you need to be cognizant of if you own real estate or are looking to rent your real estate or looking eventually to buy, just things to be aware of. 1968, the Title VIII Civil Rights Act really became known as the Fair Housing Act and was signed into law by Lyndon B. Johnson. And it really is a cornerstone, a pillar of how we operate in today's world. And real estate's evolved over time, but it lays down the foundation of non-discriminatory acts in the field of real estate. So we're going to dive into that today and how it can be applied still today and some of the things that we face in real estate as professionals and some of the things you need to be aware of. So Aspen, the ninja, kicking it off with you, because I know you've done a lot of short-term rentals over the years. Let's kind of go into that space a little bit. When you're advertising for short-term rentals, what are the things that you kind of avoid or know that are red flags to say in your marketing that you just don't do because you know it would violate fair housing?
So short-term renting is a little bit different than house sales. So you can't, discriminate in any way, but we can set check-in limits for age and things like that. So it's a little bit different. One thing that I think people don't think about with short-term rentals is if someone has a service animal, you have to let them bring the service animal in at no additional charge, no additional fee. You can ask what they do, what service the animal provides, and that's it. And then you just have to say, okay. So that's one thing that, And
so service animals are covered under the Fair Housing Act because the Fair Housing Act protects race, color, national origin, religion, sex, familial status. Now, sex and familial status was added years later, but it also covers disabilities. And so what you're saying is if someone has a service animal, then that's probably covered under the disability component. Is that correct? It
absolutely is covered under it. Yeah, you can't. The only restriction that you can say is you can't leave the animal home alone. And service animals are dogs and miniature ponies.
It can't be your turtle, Paul?
Can't be your turtle.
No, those are, what are they called? Comfort animals?
Oh, emotional support.
Emotional support.
Yeah, that's not, that does not.
Yeah, that does not fall under the ADA.
The boa snake that you've got, the little mini python. Yeah.
But if you bring a mini pony.
A mini pony.
Yeah.
So ponies and dogs.
Don't tell my wife.
Yeah. Mini ponies.
So like a Shetland?
I have no idea. I've never had anyone bring a miniature pony, but it is technically, they can be service animals.
That's wild that they have put two categories, dogs and mini ponies. That's interesting. Yep. But so you're saying you can't say no to those at all.
No.
No.
And then you have to make reasonable accommodations. So, and if you're promoting it as a, what's the word? Where
like pet friendly or
no, for people with disabilities. Like if you say there's no steps, there can't be any steps. Not even. It's like a 2-inch gap.
Yeah.
If your doors have to be certain wide. So there's a lot of things.
ADA compliant.
For ADA compliance, you have to have all of these things. And if someone asks you to make reasonable accommodations, then you have to let them. So I don't do this. I let people control their own thermostat, but some people with health issues need it colder or hotter. And I know some short-term rentals only let it go to a certain range. So if someone asked you to change the range based on a health condition, you have to provide that reasonable accommodation for them.